Hi guys, welcome back to TedRedwood Gaming. I'm Ed, and today is Season 6, Episode 3 of FCOS in Football Manager 2018. It's already 25 to 11. I've got some pod races to record, so let's not hang around. So, as you can see from the schedule, lots of green and red, just like last season. Some of it's in the friendlies, so that doesn't really count. So you last saw me for this Anderlecht game, which we won 4-1 to get us into the fourth qualifying round of the Europa League. As you can see, we beat Partizan 3-1 at home, 4-0 away. It was really straightforward. I thought it might be, so I decided to record it, like ghost record it just in case, but it's all absolutely fine. But the game that actually came after Anderlecht was Ajax, and we put out as strong a team as we could at the time. We just didn't create anything at all. We just got hammered 3-0. So maybe Ajax are back on it this year. We'll have a look at the league table in a minute and see. I just noticed that it shows where I am up there. I'm 7th at the moment, but we'll look at the actual table in a second. So yeah, followed up with the 3-1 home win against Partizan. We hit the woodwork 4 times. They had minimal shots. They were lucky to get their goal. I did panic because it was an away goal, but yeah, we'll end up okay in the end. I'm not going to go into too much detail about the highlights. We dominated them over 2 legs. Nothing particularly funny or decent happened, just we were dominant, so yeah. We then, so in between the Partizan games, I thought, you know what, let's rest the team 3-1 because they got the away goal. I did wonder a bit if they did have something in them. So I've rested a load of players here. So a load of youngsters, Louis Kasongo, 2-star current, 4.5-star potential, for example. Oh, that's good. It goes away once you click it. That's real useful. Apai came in for Sona. Van der Linden came in at left back. Stevic, defensive mid. Jason Reyes, right winger. Marta got an injury, so Varella's been in a bit. So yeah, heavily rotated. A few of these players are actually out on loan now because of just they're not really good enough. We don't really have much in the way of backups. Similar to last season, really. I've just noticed that my computer isn't plugged in. Hold on. Yeah, hopefully that's not impacted on the quality too much. I just noticed I was pretty much out of battery, so good on me. But yeah, the 5-3 defeat. So we rested loads of players, and it just... Were we 3-0 up? No. I think we were 2... No, I can't even figure this out. So they scored in the 6th, the 30th, 38th. We scored 10, 30. So we went 3-1 up. 1-0 down, 3-1 up, 3-all, and then just 5-3 to them. So that was a bit of a shame. But yeah, then beat Partizan 4-0. Gretason getting on the score sheet. Montgomery coming off the bench. I think it was his first appearance back since rejoining on loan. He's actually potentially going to play a bit more because Varela so far has really been letting me down when he's played. I'll show you his stats and stuff in a second. But yeah, Montgomery's coming back into it and he's a lot more rounded than Varela. So yeah, very useful. And then 2 league games. So Go Ahead and Heracles, which I've played today. And they were just pretty bog standard. So I didn't really want to bring you those. I'm tempted to do a double here with the KMVB Becker first round against UNA, who are nowhere to be seen. Don't know what league they're in or anything. But that's kind of the point. I'm not going to do that. Let's just do a bit of a catch up. Focus on the Europa League and a bit of league action next time. That's probably a good idea. So you might be wondering, we had the end of the transfer window. What movements did we have? Let's see what's happened. I mean, if you look at all these loan deals, so some of these players we brought on loan, we've sent back all of our loans apart from Montgomery and Stollen because we can't send him back because I forgot to put the clause in, which meant I could. So he's just sitting in the reserves. He's just a spare keeper, basically. But we sent tons of players out on loan to various places. So Achilles got a number of loans. RBC got a few loans. Jordan Gibbert's gone out on loan. So he's a young Portuguese guy. He's 21 though, and he's about to turn 22. So he's not going to reach his 5-star potential. He suffered an ACL a few years back while he was on loan somewhere, and it completely killed him. Yeah, when he was at Operano Lagana, and it just killed him. It's a shame because he's good, but he's just never going to get there. Jason Reyes, who we just signed as well, as much as he does cover Arua, he's gone on loan, and all of his wages are being paid, so it's kind of a development thing, so that's good. And then we got Emre Tashkin, who is a backup right back. I have a couple of backup right backs, and I thought he's probably the best one to go out because he's pretty good. Hopefully get some decent first team football. So that's the idea behind that. Right, this is probably the right screen to be on then. I've gone to all transfers. Who else do we bring in? We brought in a couple of guys just in general. Obviously you saw Dino Lindahl come in. Jordan Keogh came for 8k. Defender. It looked a lot better from the scout reports, but it's fine. We've got him for 3 or 4 seasons, and he's pretty cheap. If he improves, great. If he doesn't, I might be able to sell him on at some point. So fine, he's on loan at Achilles 29 at the moment. And this guy, Florentino Balde, is probably the new Olarte, if you remember Olarte. So he went out to Feyenoord for 4.3 million. Olarte is very good. I miss him dreadfully. But yeah, we got Florentino Balde, who is similar age. So he's 22, from Bissau, Guinea-Bissau. Don't know how it is said or anything, but I'm giving it a good go. Part Portuguese though, so we don't have to pay him a disgusting amount of money. I think he's the top owner at the club, but that's just because he's quite good. Quite well rounded. He's sort of a mix between an actual defensive midfielder and sort of a playmaker, like a physical playmaker though, like a roaming playmaker, I'd call it. So a bit of Olarte about him, but more defensively solid, which is quite nice. He's still quite short, but yeah, got all the right stats. He can tackle, mark, pass. That's kind of all you need in terms of technicals in that position. Mental's awesome, work rate's great, positioning, off the ball's fine, decisions are really good, bravery's great. All these ones are sort of around 11, so he could improve a little bit more. He's got 4-star current ability, 4.5-star potential, and his physicals are awesome. So he's pacey, he's quite strong, he's got good stamina, natural fitness is great. So yeah, happy. Outs. We knew this was coming, didn't we? Let's scroll down. Ton Holes has gone, 15k. We all know how much I love Ton Holes, but he's just never going to improve, bless him. He played 63 games for us. That is crazy. I had no idea he played that much for us. Yeah, no idea. Wow. But this is the big one. Darren Kane, European Golden Boy winner, has departed. So I said we're getting some pretty derisory offers. The most I managed to get out of anyone, I actually posted a tweet bemoaning this. Real Betis came in with 2.5 million. Eventually, that was the absolute maximum I was getting out of them, was 2.5 and 40% of next sale. And I said, you know what, it's probably better. I need to clear my cash again. I literally did it like yesterday. Yeah, I thought it was better to get something and then a future fee rather than literally nothing in a year's time. And Gretesen had started quite well, so I thought, let's do it. Then he rejected the contract from Betis. I thought, oh, you might want to sign you one. He didn't. Don't know why I came off that. So at that point, I just offered him out for 10 million, and a ton of clubs became interested in him. Palermo and Ghent got into a bidding war. Basically, I got like 4 million up front with 40% sell on. I accepted that from Palermo. Then I managed to get Ghent up to 6 million with a sell on. I managed to get Palermo up to, so 6 million up front, and then followed up with 1.1 million after 49 more league appearances, as he made one. 1.1 million after 9 more international appearances, he'll make those. 30% of the profit from next sale, and 1 million in 3 more instalments. So overall, it's something like 8.6 million plus a sell on. So I think it's pretty good business overall. His wage is terrible as well. If he flops, he could come back. You never know. So that's kind of the catch up. We are playing Zenit today in our first European game. So I might have stuck the draw on at the start. Reminder to me now to do that. I did record it just in case. So just to remind you, if I haven't done that, or in general anyway. So we are in group, I don't even know what group we're in. We're in group I with Zenit, Stoke and Pacos Ferreira. I don't know. I'm moderately positive. I don't know why. I saw some of the teams come out and I was panicking. There are some pretty strong teams in this competition. Man City here and at AC Milan. I mean, I know that's kind of historically strong rather than necessarily currently strong, but you understand. Yeah, a couple of these groups I really did not fancy. Anything Liverpool and Braga, Porto, I mean VVV went into that thankfully, but Porto are in it. There aren't that many standout group of deaths, but there's a lot of solid groups, and that's what we wanted to avoid at this stage. We have ended up in a pretty solid group, but I don't have the Russian leagues loaded. Well, they've got Emmanuel Mamana, which is, FM classic. So we'll see. I think we can potentially beat Zenit. Stoke will be a different matter, and I've got no idea about Pacos Ferreira. I think we can hold our own against them. I guess we'll see. So the team for today's game, it is Moose in goal, Birmingham, Azevedo, Cohen and Vasquez. At the back, Balde and Keenan in the middle, Silva and Sonner on the wings, and then Montgomery gets the nod of Varela up front, and he is with Gretterson. So the only things I've had to think about here are that Marta is injured, so he'd normally be in Montgomery's place. I'm trying to build up that partnership between Gretterson and Marta. Or if Montgomery carries on performing this well, we might try and sign him at the end of the season back on a free. Lindau and Moose have sort of been in and out of goal. I did mention on a previous episode, he was ineligible in the Europa League because he played for Malmo. Yeah, that's right. So he is playing the league games. He's now registered for Europe, but he's not done especially well. I mean, the Europa League down there is for Malmo. Eredivisie's conceded 10 goals in 3 games. I don't think that's all him. But I'll wait for now to bring him back in. I'll probably use the league games for him a bit more now we're sort of on our feet in the league, which I didn't show you. Let's show you that super quick. So we are 7th, 9 points from 5 games. So we had 2 absolute washouts against Vitesse and Ajax. So I'm not too fast. We're only 4 points off the lead. So I think that'll be fine. But yeah, that's why Lindau isn't necessarily playing today. Ives has sort of been starting, but he got injured, and Azevedo's done over. Well, I say he's done okay. He's on a 6.8, 6.9 in Europe. I'm going to bring in Andrew Ives. I've changed my mind. Andrew Ives comes in. Saraiva still wants football. I can't really give it to him. And then Apai is just not playing at the moment, just because Sonner is so good. Van Buren is still hanging around. He's actually got a really good rating, but we've played. The games he's played have been easier, but I still really like him. I was tempted not to bring in that defensive mid, Balde, but I think he's worthwhile. Anyway, I've babbled enough. Let's get into the game. So Zenit playing a 4-2-1-3. My face packs have gone missing yet again. They've got an actual player up front who looks pretty good. They've got Matt Sells in goal, ex-Newcastle fame. So that's interesting. I don't know what to expect. I really don't know what to expect. I'll say we've been on a good run. This could go anywhere, but I'm not changing the tactics just because that's just not something I do, as you know. I've found my tactic. It's a bit of a plug and play by me. I can change it a bit during the game if I need to, but I'm not fast. It seems to work okay. If we get perennially stuck in 6th or something, I might have to change it. Something I do have to change is Sonner, because he's injured already, which is a disaster because he's our standout performer so far this season. But Apai comes on, and hopefully that's not some long-term damage. So 25 minutes gone. Oh, we now got a highlight. I was about to say nothing's happened. Oh, heads it over the bar from close range from a corner. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't... I was going to say it looks even, but it doesn't look particularly even, especially with those shots coming in on our goal. But hopefully they're all from range. I always fancy us to make chances as well. Well, they've got quite a decent looking defensive line there, and it is looking like their highlight again as they build from deep. Well, Apai intercepts. That's the joy of being a fullback playing as a winger, I suppose. Legs up the wing, challenge doesn't come in properly, he gets into the box, Keenan's there, Keenan hits the post, and we don't quite get it into the net. Positive though, I mean, we're still trying to build. I think the highlight is over. Well, the highlight's not over, but that was positive. I did fear for a minute then, because last season in the away legs of the European playoffs, we struggled against this formation away from home just because teams sat so deep. We seem to do really well at home against it though, strangely. Oh no, another highlight just before half time. It is in our half. Cohen clears it, but they are just camped on the edge of our box. This is where a nice tackle going in would be good because our strikers are quite close together. It'd be quite nice to release one. Moose tips it over the bar. I can't believe Moose is still in goal for us. He's made 200 odd appearances for the side now. Oh, they've got it in just before half time. I thought it was just going to be me babbling over a corner, which would be pointless. Something to think about them. Yeah, Moose, over 200 appearances for us. I can't believe he's still playing for us in the Europa League. He's not bad either. Like, he's doing good. Show me something else. A couple of people look sad, but oh well. Yeah, he's doing alright. Solid. He's just still solid. And that's exactly what I want Lindau to be, but I guess we'll just find out. Highlight now in their half, 50 minutes gone. Birmingham has it, gives it to Keenan, decides to not do anything with it. Hopefully we can recycle it from deep. Birmingham back on the right, playing it infield now. That's a good thing about how set up the fullbacks. They don't cross unless it's a really good opportunity. It means we just keep hold of the ball a bit more. Montgomery down the right now, and he doesn't hit the bar. I think we'd hit the bar, but it's a save by the keeper. Highlight still going on. Are we going to get anything from this? Keenan is quite deep. Grettison's moved wide to pick it up. Grettison, he'll get there, but he's quite slow. His pace is improving. He's still only like 18, 19. So in a couple of years he'll be a monster, but for now, I mean that. I enjoy these goalkeeping errors way too much. It's just like the VVV one last season. I was about to say it's absolutely pathetic. It is one of the most pathetic shots you'll see, and Matt Sells has had an absolute nightmare. And Gretson, despite having no pace at all, I mean he's got 11, but it's not great. Gets a goal against Zenit. I'm obviously very happy. I think. Oh no. Why? Why is this a thing? Why do we keep getting injuries on the left side? It's not been so bad this season. I mean, Saraiva, do you really want to be a winger? Not particularly. Look at you, dribbling 10, crossing 7. It's a bit rubbish, whatever way you slice it, but I'm going to put Keenan there. Just because they're both a bit happier doing what I'm making them do now. So Saraiva's come on for the injured Apai, and we move Keenan out wide and Saraiva into the middle, just hoping that Keenan's pace will give him some kind of edge out there. But yeah, a bit of a disaster. At the end of the last season, we were down to what, like 5th or 6th choice left back, and my laptop is being so loud. I've moved everything away to try and stop this picking up, but I know it's going to pick up. But yeah, we're now down 2 left wingers. Hopefully we can clear this though, which we can. Silva does get a head on. Montgomery drops a bit deeper to grab it on the halfway line. Nicely played by Grettison, brings Silva into play, who's really good at doing his man. That's a dangerous cross, and Grettison gets in. Sells has had a nightmare. Is in. A brace for Grettison. I think I'm going to make a change. We're 2-1 up. Ooh, that is tidy. So we'll carry on from that kickoff highlight, as you would, because it's a kickoff highlight from a goal. Zenit are coming at us a little bit. We look a bit all over the place. Defenders getting each other's way. Managed to clear it, but they are moving forward. They're into the box. It's in the net, but he looked offside, and he is offside. Flag goes up, so no problems there. Is it really going to try and show that whole kickoff highlight? Absolutely not. It's a highlight straight from that offside though. It's all going off all of a sudden. Another goal for us, and I start to think that we're not necessarily out of place here. Keenan, that's a terrible cross. Based on how Matt Sell's been playing, I don't blame him for swinging one in. So Silva picks it up on the right now. Montgomery chasing onto the ball, but pretty slowly. I'm trying to pick the right moment to start commentating again, but I think I found it, because Araujo's just been given a free run at goal, and Moose fortunately makes no mistake in grabbing the ball quite low. Again, this is the thing. I know we've got a corner. Saraiva swings it in. Montgomery recycles it back to Saraiva. Another cross into the box. Keenan's there, straight at Sells. You can't ask for much more than a solid goalkeeper. It's all you need. If someone just doesn't make mistakes, they don't have to be the best shot stopper ever, but if they don't make mistakes, that's all you can ask for. I think I've seen 1 or 2 mistakes from Moose throughout the entire save. And considering we're now in Europa League, like, he's playing some decent opposition, but he's great. I love him. I absolutely love him. I'm not even sure I'm going to play Lindau. Watch this space. We do have it on the edge of their box. Montgomery to Silva, who gets not really brought down as a good challenge. Ives absolutely hoofs it, and Gretsson's there. I wondered if that was another defensive calamity in the making, but it's not, unfortunately. And here comes Zenit. I don't know why I'm still grinning. Stop grinning, because they're on the edge of the box, and that is... That's painful. Anastasio Donis. Is he Adonis that plays in the Lujo's save? Oh my word. We used to. If that's not one of the goals of the season, I don't know what is. Yeah, you can't really account for that. They come with a corner now. It's bouncing everywhere. Keenan, it's potentially 3 or 4 on 1. Keenan does his man. Just do a FIFA goal. What are you doing? He gives it to Saraiva. It's an open goal. He's FIFA'd him. He's FIFA'd the hell out of Zenit. I never see that. I've never seen that in Football Manager, to like FIFA it that much. He's absolutely done the defender. What is he doing here? Matt Sells again. The positioning is terrible, and we might have stolen it at the death. 6 minutes of added time. 6. It's another corner. Not like this. Jeez. This is tight. 1 minute. I can't change anything. I can't go defensive. I just don't know how. I ruin it. Play to your strengths. We've got 30 seconds. Another goal now would seal it, but they've cleared it up the other end. Araujo's put Donis through. Challenge. Get the challenge in or clear it. Araujo, Abue on the edge, puts it wide. That's got to be it. That's it. Come on. I know it's probably not that great for you guys. Why'd I give that to my assistant? But for me, Season 6, our first season in Europa League, it was some slow progress to begin with, but as soon as we got promoted from the Jupiler, we've been going pretty good from there. Sonner's out for 4 to 5 weeks. Apai's injured as well. Let's just check him. I don't really have a choice, do I? Apai's out for 2 to 3 weeks. Oh, painful. But yeah, it's that fills me with so much happiness. We looked the better team, in my opinion, as well. Send assistant, because I'm lazy. Keenan is loving it. He needs a new contract, but I can't. He doesn't want to talk to me. Still got a year and, well, almost 2 years for him, so that should be okay. Saraiva needs more game time. I know he needs more game time. He's probably unhappy. I can trigger an extension on him. He'll be tied down for life. 320k for winning in the Europa League. Moose is delighted. He's credited Redwood. Of course he would. I mean, look at him. I don't understand how he's only good enough for like third division sides in the Netherlands. He looks pretty solid. I'd put him at like a low end Eredivisie standard personally. But that's just me. So that's obviously a boost to the finances, which are already looking disgustingly good. So this is just a quick behind the scenes look for that. So we've got 5.6 million transfer budget, which we might spend like a couple million on hot prospects depending on how the season goes. And we have, what's that, like 65k or so spare in the wage budget. There's absolutely no reason to do anything with that. No reason at all. If anything, we've got a lot of deadwood we've sent out on loan that we'll probably free it up at the end of the season. So next up for me is going to be the UNA and probably the Twente game, because it just gives me time to actually get at least this way I can play a bit on the train, so I can just sit down and record tomorrow with any luck. And it'll be Stoke and As tomorrow, then probably Pacos and Feyenoord, and then we'll sort of see how the group is progressing, because I might be able to skip the next Pacos game and then see how integral the next Zenit and Stoke games are. Obviously, if anything interesting is going on, I'll bring it to you. I don't really know. It'll be what it'll be. But the next episode will be Stoke. Nice English clash. If you've enjoyed that, I'm so sorry. It's probably been way longer than I thought it would be. I wanted it to be like 15 minutes. It's probably been about 20, 25. I'm so sorry. If you've enjoyed that, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And thank you very much for watching.